Today is the day of Ascension. Many believe that after Jesus rose from the dead, he did not die a second time. Instead, 40 days after his resurrection, Jesus left the earth by being taken up, body and soul, to heaven and to rejoin God the Father, to remerge with Source. And this event is called the Ascension, and it was witnessed by Jesus' 11 remaining apostles, as it was reported. Being that today is considered Day of Ascension, I would like to share with you, my dear, esteemed, honorable, and noble viewer, an excerpt from my recently released book, Rise of the Metahuman, the New Earth Golden Age Timeline. A chapter from that book, chapter 7, which is appropriately titled Time of Ascension. Death is the ultimate uncertainty. And this is from the quotes that lead the chapter off. Chapter the 7th, Time of Ascension, from the recently released book by Mark Thomas McGuire, Rise of the Metahuman, or the Ascension of the Metahuman, those whose personalities are based upon higher values, much like the first metahuman, in my estimation, Yeshua ben Joseph, Jesus the Christ. He has risen. And death, and this is from the quotes that lead that chapter off, death is the ultimate uncertainty, both religious and scientific. To define death is to define human life. Compared to the secret of death, all other issues, political agendas, scientific achievements, and historical developments become completely insignificant. The answer to this one question is, in the long run, the answer to all questions. It could make all the difference in the world. What awaits us on the other side of death might bring complete fulfillment of all our cravings for love and justice, or it might simply bring a bitter and futile ending to everything. All wrongs could be righted, or everything we cherish could be lost. Either way, one thing is certain: the discovery of the true nature of death would be the greatest development in human affairs since man first started walking upright. And that was a quote from Peter Novak. And I have another quote. Well, I don't like the way this rendered on script. These quotes kind of run together. But anyway, there's another quote, and I'll just read that. Not quite as heavy. Spiritual magic uses the instrument of fantasy. The mundane world is connected with the inner kingdoms by means of the imagination. And this word is purposely segmented in that fashion to highlight magi, the three magi, but this is a Persian word from which philosopher and all these other concepts of magician, ceremonial magic stem from, magi. And this way you create the possibility of experiencing the extraordinary divinity in the everyday world. Gradually, you develop a new means of experiencing reality. You can train yourself to use intuition as well as to develop antennas, plural, for psychic activity. You gradually start to develop a sixth sense for psychic waves, which always announce events that will express themselves in the world at a later time. And that's from the book, The Temple of High Magic by Ina Kuster-Zandbergen. So those two quotes lead the chapter, the 7th, Time of Ascension. And here I begin that chapter now. I count the Lion's Gate portal of 11 August 2021 as the beginning of my time of ascension. And that's talking about the author, Mark Thomas McGuire, which happens to be me. I count the Lion's Gate portal of 11 August 2021 as the beginning of my time of ascension. Although my inner subjective world was experiencing dramatic cosmic alterations and reconfigurations, reorientations, it is the most sane and rational manner to offer the perspective to you, the esteemed reader, or in this case, the esteemed listener, whomsoever happens to be listening, or perhaps you can read along as well. So, to you, the esteemed reader / listener, rah, 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 rah. You know me, I always got to pull a joke. That the outer world was still going through business as usual, and it was a very subjective, albeit life-changing experience I went through. So to borrow the words of the French author who is the writer on record for the longest novel ever written, twice as long as War and Peace by Tolstoy, and I quote from that novel, or from that author rather, because I don't think I mentioned which novel that's from. No, I don't. Well, anyway, the quotes are what's important. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. By the French author Marcel Proust. The best explanation I can share with you, most esteemed reader, is that ever since the dramatic conclusion on the 24th of September 2021, where I experienced a full Kundalini activation and the crossing of the threshold, where I made my oath to God how my life would change, and then the new contract of life that would be mine in service to humanity, that most honest of explanation would be that I was given new eyes to see, and thus my vision of the new earth and the golden age timeline was clear before my newly bequeathed eyes. Ascension is a spiritual concept that refers to the process of elevating one's consciousness to a higher level of awareness and connection with the divine. While the specific methods and practices for achieving ascension may vary depending on one's belief and traditions, there are some general principles that can be helpful for anyone seeking to grow spiritually and achieve a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment in life. Here are some pieces of advice that may be helpful. Practice self-awareness and mindfulness. Cultivate an awareness of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and learn to observe them without judgment. This can help you develop a deeper understanding of yourself and your relationship with the world around you. Connect with your inner guidance, whether you believe in a higher power, intuition, or inner wisdom. Learning to listen to your inner guidance can help you find clarity and direction in your life. Cultivate compassion and love. Practicing compassion and love towards yourself and others can help you cultivate a greater sense of unity and connection with all of creation. Engage in spiritual practices, whether it's meditation, prayer, yoga, or other spiritual practice, such as purchasing this book from Amazon. Finding ways to connect with your ascendant, metahuman self and the divine can help you achieve a greater sense of inner peace and purpose. Live in alignment with your values. Aligning your actions with your values and beliefs can help you feel more authentic and fulfilled, and can contribute to your overall sense of well-being. Remember that the process of ascension is a journey, not a destination, and that it may require patience, persistence, and dedication to your spiritual growth and development. And of course, that was from Chapter 7, Rise of the Metahuman, New Earth Golden Age Timeline by Mark Thomas McGuire. It's available on Amazon. Of course, if you have a Scribd membership, you can just log in, and it's available on Scribd as well as Barnes & Nobles, Smash Words, or whatever, a whole host of digital outlets. Anyway, I just wanted to share that from that book, not necessarily to promote the book, right? Hey, come on! I gotta make a living somehow. Anyway, but today is a day of ascension, in a sense, and I wanted to share that. Also, just a couple of personal observations with your inner engineering, to borrow a phrase from Sadhguru. Namaste, namaskar. Inner engineering, our inner reality. This is very important because everything is good. Literally, whether the outside world reports different to your five senses, that is the point of this entire journey of dualism in this physical matter, schoolroom, classroom, earth. That we must ascend to the frequency that everything is good, abandon all pretense, drop all your wounds and self-pity. Don't feel sorry for yourself because you are in a certain position, a situation that you don't like. Just keep feeling that energy, promoting that energy about whatever it is, particularly in your environment, seeks to continue to anchor and imprison you within that frequency. I believe it was Einstein who said you cannot change a situation or problem with the same mindset that the problem was created from within. So in other words, you must transcend whatever it is that led you to that particular situation, the mindset, the vibe, the energy that led to that dilemma, if you will, predicament. But you must, when you arise above that, the higher vibrations always will dissolve the lower vibrations. It is the same with the light. The darkness, you don't fight the darkness, you transcend, you ascend to the light, and that way the darkness, once it has no impact on the light. There's nothing to fight when you are at that level. So let go, drop everything. Freedom is your true nature, who you truly are inside. You've always been like this, but you're allowing thoughts to cover up this freedom. You're allowing your thoughts to tell you something else. And you're stuck in this dream world, believing it's the real world, this digital matrix, this world of the physical senses. The kingdom of heaven is within. The kingdom of heaven, as Yeshua spoke of in the Nag Hammadi scrolls, is a state of consciousness. That is heaven, a quantum reality, a quantum quality of consciousness, that the kingdom of heaven is here now. If you embrace it, go within. The way out is to go within. The kingdom of heaven is within. This dream world, this digital matrix world will dissolve with the higher vibration. Do not interfere, simply observe. Don't react. Realize your divine nature. And don't allow your problems to affect your understanding. You understand that you're not your problem. You are separate from whatever's taking place in your life, yourself, your sense of self, your divine connection to your still small voice within is the higher vibration, is the light that dispels the darkness. By controlling your thoughts, don't allow your thoughts to become bigger than you. Your job is to observe, watch, see. Observe what's happening and not to react to anything that's happening. The wise person does not really seek to change anything. They become quiet. They have patience. They work on themselves. They watch their thoughts, their actions, and they watch themselves getting angry. They observe themselves depressed, jealous, envy, and all the rest of it. And gradually they realize that's not me. That's not who I am. This is a type of hypnosis. And that hypnosis is bolstered, is amplified by our digital matrix, by the powers that be that are invested in that negativity, the satanic matrix. It is all a lie. All of that is a lie. Do not react to conditioning. The more you don't react to conditions around you, the more you become free, the more you rise. So, yes, your mind, your body, as you advance your mind, your body, understanding it, all these conditions become less and less important. All these factors become less and less important as you ascend in consciousness. The kingdom of heaven is your quality of consciousness, your vibration of consciousness. So the greater happiness that you experience and you start allowing to infuse your world, that's fifth dimension consciousness, your imagination, your visualization, the quality of your inner life is your inner kingdom. And that is what a metahuman, the definition is, as most esteemed Guru Deepak Chopra has shared in his book, Metahuman. A metahuman is a person whose personality is based upon higher values. The less you become the more you become within, the less you need without. It is a dichotomy. It is something that's been hidden from all of us. It's been obscured. It's been purposely obfuscated to always train us to seek without, to always look without of ourselves. But you can enrich the quality of your life vastly by loving yourself and paying attention to your own inner development and your own inner kingdom, which is the quality of your consciousness. Please enjoy this day of ascension. I hope that this finds all well upon their path of ascension. Where we all go, one goes, we all go. Something like that. I heard somebody say one time, all for one, all for ascension. Hit that subscribe button, please. And stay tuned for further information, disseminations from the Umbanda New Earth Ashram for compassion and strength and ascension techniques and modalities.
Namaste, Namaskaram.